Okay.
Bridget, I really liked your putting stroke. Let me compare it to Tiger Woods, who's considered being one of the best putters of all time. You have very similar setup posture, eyes over the ball, the stance width is about the same. As Tiger takes it back, end of his backswing is about right there. As he comes back into the golf ball, as he strikes the ball, his eyes are down. As he continues his follow through, he keeps his eyes down. He doesn't turn his head to watch the ball roll away. He will come into a complete stop. He's finished his follow through, and it's right there. His eyes are still down. So he's doing a putt, hold, and then he'll look in a moment. But he will complete his putting stroke and come to a complete stop and remain still with his putter in that follow-through position. He'll hold his posture and his form, and he will absorb what he's feeling right now. He's not going to let the memory of the feeling of the stroke be distracted by trying to see the ball. The visual information would wipe out the best opportunity to remember the feeling of force used for this putt. So putt, hold, look is an important fundamental in a good putting stroke. Now, as the ball continues to roll away, he will then start to turn his head and look. So now he is looking, but while he's looking, he still keeps his putter in the same position as he finished his stroke. So he doesn't recoil the putter back. He holds it still. Now let's look at you. As you come back, your putter goes back to about right there. As you come through and make contact, your eyes are down. Your eyes are still down. Your eyes are still down. You've now come to a complete stop, and you hold your finish. And your eyes are still down. Your eyes are still down. You then look. So you have the same kind of fundamentals that Tiger has, and so that's going to serve you well. Bridget, this is the result of you doing the cluster drill where you hit 3 putts, not looking at the result until you hit the last putt, and you're just trying to remember the feeling of each stroke and copying it. And if the balls are clustered together, that would be evidence that you copied perfectly each stroke. And this is an excellent cluster. I always tell my students that if you can throw a hula hoop around the cluster, you did a really good job. And so for this 25, 30 foot putting drill that you did, you had excellent performance. Okay, Bridget, I'm looking at your chipping technique. I'm going to compare you to Tiger Woods. First, look at your setup. You have your feet close together, which I really like. You've got a nice extension in your arms. You have your shaft kind of leaning forward, which is good. You don't want a vertical shaft. That allows you then to hit down on the golf ball so that your low point is in front of the ball instead of behind the golf ball. So you're set up to execute the right kind of strike on the ball. Here's Luke Donald with the same kind of setup, feet very close together, a little bit of shaft lean in the setup. Here's Rory McIlroy, feet close together, shaft lean, hands in front of the golf ball, so he can hit down into the golf ball. So that's a standard setup for every fundamentally sound chipping technique, and you are doing that in your setup. Now as Tiger goes back, he will keep his legs leaning to the target. So as this club goes back, he does not let his lower body go back with the club. He stays leaning. This left hip is well outside that foot. Staying on the left during the backswing is a strong fundamental of good chipping. Then as he comes through and hits the golf ball, if we were to draw a line where the golf ball is, his hands cross that line before the club gets to the golf ball. So that means his club is going to be coming down into that golf ball. And the low point will be in front of the ball. You have a tendency in your backswing for that leg to go the opposite direction. So your leg is going this way, leaning away from the target in your backswing instead of moving towards your target. So you want to kind of feel like you're falling towards the target in your backswing. You want to stay on your left side. I want you to have 70-80% of your weight on your left foot throughout the swing. I don't want you to feel like you have to rock to the right and then rock back to the left. Just stay on the left the whole time. Here's another chip from Tiger, and then you can see as he starts down, his legs are they already are leaning to the target, and he keeps them that way, and he moves them even further to the target. And so you can see how his right hip and right knee are moving to the target. And when he makes contact with the golf ball, this arm and shaft are in that angle. Now, as you come down, you do start to move your knee towards the target. Now, you don't get as far to the left by the time you get to impact as Tiger did. You started so far on the right side that you couldn't get back to the left as far. So it's important to stay on the left so that you are almost giving yourself some assurance that you'll be enough weight on the left side at impact. The more weight you have on the left side, the further left the low point of your arc is. It's the critical fundamental is you must have the low point of your arc in front of the golf ball. What that means is as this club goes down, you want to make sure that the lowest point of your arc is in front of the golf ball. You don't want to have your low point behind the golf ball so that the club starts going up when it arrives at the ball, because that's how you scull the ball. You'll hit the back of the ball with the bottom edge of the blade of the face of the club, and you'll scull it on the ground. It won't get up in the air. The only way to get it up in the air is to be hitting down on the ball. Now, one of the things I really like what you do is I want to show you how, as Tiger comes through, you can see how he keeps this angle in his hand in the shaft. He doesn't flip the club with his hand. He keeps that locked in position and just swings his arms. And you do as well. You do a really good job of holding that steady. And you don't flip this club this way past your hands. You don't cup the back of your left wrist. So you have maintained really good extension in the arms. You swing your handle well past your legs. That is excellent technique, and you want to continue doing that as you just improve your backswing a little bit, improve your setup so that you're a little bit more left, and make sure that as you take the club back away from the target, that you still keep your weight leaning towards the target.
We've got it. You've got still too much verticalness in the shaft. I really need it to be here more.
Okay.
There you go. And I need that same finish, same length stroke with your arms. Beautiful. Good. Good. You and I are teaching your subconscious part. They do 99% of it. Your conscious mind is going to have a job, but not the total job is your subconscious. Now see how your club just stopped right here?
Right.
It didn't have that feeling.
So why did I do that? What caused that?
Okay. Playing with golf is not about controlling the ball. It's about controlling your attention. So what you have to do is decide what you're going to think about. So what we're working on is finishing here. Swing to a pose. We're going to do these pose drills. Pose it there. I don't care how well you hit the ball. I want to see this pose every time. Form equals performance. Okay, let's master the form. The performance will follow. I'm gonna tweak your backswing a little bit.
Okay.
You have a tendency to not let these hands swing back very far. It's almost all hands.
Right.
And so it's almost just a quick chop of your wrist. I want you to have a little swing with your arm. So there's a little wrist, but I also want you to have some swing in the arms. Yes, more of a swing in the arms with the firm, flexible wrist. Not floppy wrist, but I need to have a little more swing in the arms. Okay? So as you set up, kind of monitor your backswing so you feel like you do have a little more swing in the arm. So your hands are going to go further back. So when I look at this video, I want to see on these next few, these hands go further back.
Okay.
And then have your same finish on the other side, but it should reduce that sharp jab of your hands right now that you have. That was your best stroke. That was beautiful. Did you feel a little lift here?
Yeah.
And that will reduce the need to be all choppy.
Right.
That was really good.
That was good, wasn't it?
That was really good.
Thanks.
You want to blend the arms with the wrist.
Okay.
You don't want one to dominate the other.
Okay.
That was what you just did then was excellent. So just have a little more arm swing like you did that last time. Just repeat that. Very good. You just swung right on through the ball. You can have both elbows can kind of fold. They don't have to be rigid like that. They can kind of fold to here.
Okay.
I want you to finish with these elbows bent right there. It looks almost like this. What you're feeling here. Okay. So what we're doing is my triceps are still touching my sides. I'm not letting my triceps come off my body.
Okay.
Now this shot is one of the few shots in golf that I don't want your eyes on the ground. I want you to release your eyes with your chest.
Okay.
Okay? Hold your finish. Not bad at all. Let's do that again for me. Good. Good. Again. Good. This is kind of what I call big knob, little knob. You remember the radios, old time radio? You had the big knob that got the needle close to the station, and then you fine tune the station on the thing. We're doing big knob stuff, so we're getting really close to a really good position.
Okay.
It's not perfect, but I need to continue the big knob stuff right now.
Okay.
Okay? So let's go ahead and do a couple of balls. I don't care how well you hit this golf ball. The only thing that matters is your form.
Okay.
Try to make your form feel like you just felt it a few seconds ago. Hold your finish. Perfect. The ball is a tool right now. We're working golf. We're not playing golf. Hold it. Hold it. Sometimes we get a bonus and we do two things. We get a good form, but to be clear, I would rather you have good form and a bad shot than a good shot and bad form.
So when I'm this far back, then I've got to take one of these up to about like 10 o'clock, 9
You
o'clock.
will develop your own library of what backswing position carries it so far. Hold it. Good. Okay, good. And then swing to the finish. Good. Oh, wow, look at how high that is. Go in the hole.
That would have been nice.
Didn't that feel good?
Yeah, it did.
Now, we not only want to remember what that felt like, that shot felt like, what it looked like. We need to remember what you did before you tried to hit that shot. You took some rehearsal shots to feel the ground again and remind yourself of what that feels like. And then you carry that to the ball and repeated it. So when you practice, you've got to mix in these practice swings that have no ball, and then hit a ball.
Okay.
No ball, ball. Okay, we'll hit one more, then we're going to work on the full swing. I didn't have the same amount of speed, that crisp speed, so let's stay left, stay left. There you go. Oh, wow. Bridget, that is excellent. That
Right
was
up there.
quality. That shot had character.